Hey everyone, this is going to be my first instructional StarCraft 2 video. Today I'll be looking at one of my own ladder games I played on Halloween. So this is a Protoss vs Protoss match. The blue Protoss here, Warfang. It's me saying good luck, have fun. He says you too and does a tilde because he's bad at typing. The map today will be Shattered Temple. It's a nice green, jungly, foresty map. There's 4 bases. There's the 4 main bases you can spawn in, basically, before you can begin in. When I'm in one here, which is a base they can usually start in, but not if there's someone else diagonal from you. So he's either going to be over here or over there. Of course, his name's Fulgent Danny, also playing Protoss, this little Protoss symbol, and we have the same number of dudes right now. It's a little cool thing here. I've got my Nexus here. So the blue thing here is its shields, which they're like health, but they regenerate as they get depleted. The green bar there is its health, which doesn't get repaired, can't fix it, once it's gone, it's gone. Purple is energy, which you can use to cast spells. So this one here just gets Chrono Boost, you see down in the corner. Makes it build stuff faster. Usually I use it on this to make probes faster, sometimes you can use it on other buildings to make units faster. My standard opening in majority of matchups, at least when I'm not trying to do something silly or cheesing, which is doing really sneaky builds, is you got a pylon on 9, gateway on 12, then I send the probe and made the gateway out to scout. So here he is. Found him. He's got, you know, the same stuff I have, same number of units. His production is resources. Production D, so you see he's got basically the same stuff I'm building. These positions are called close by air, because you can fly over this, but you can't walk over it. So it's really close if I fly. He gets a scout, as my cybernetics core is building. Get another pylon going, interrupts it, which pisses me off, and I think it even throws off my timing. I think I realize that I missed it. Like at this point I look up and see, oh shit, I fucked it up. So I grab him, I think, and make him make a pylon. Do I? Somebody make a pylon. Make a pylon. Oh, this is painful. So yeah, make a pylon. From here, usually I like to get 3 gateways, and then a robotics bay, or robotics facility, which lets me build a bunch of cool units like the Mortals. But he builds in a simulator on my gas, so I have to pull a bunch of workers off to kill it, because I don't have any units left, or right now that can attack. This was weird when he did it to me, because one of the most important builds in a matchup like this, where it's Protoss versus Protoss, is you get this research called Warp Gate, which lets you turn these gateways into warp gates. There's a little button down there I can't press yet. They open up basically, and it makes units faster. They build like 10 seconds faster usually than if you made them out of here. And instead of walking out, like pressing a button and then waiting and they walk out, you just select your warp gates, and you can build units anywhere you have power, like this little blue stuff right here. And then it makes them immediately, and then they're on a cooldown. So you like make a zealot, and you get them, like, bam, you get a zealot immediately, and they have to wait for the cooldown, then they make another zealot. And to do this strategy, you need to get 4 warp gates, and you attack them, you only need 1 gas. So when you steal someone's gas, like if a Zerg stole my gas in a Zerg vs Protoss game, I would just 4-gate him, because I'm going to be behind if I try to do something that needs gas. If I try to make robotics bay, or try to make a Twilight Council or Templar Archives, which need a lot of gas, I'll just be behind in my build. And it's not going to work out that well. So you can just 4-gate, it's really aggressive, it's kind of mean. I feel like a dick when I do it, because it was real overpowered for a while, and it's still kind of hard to hold. But I don't usually do it, except this guy steals my gas, so I do it. You see here I've got a little pylon built down here, so that when I go to attack I can just make units right up there instead of having to make them here and walking them all the way from my base, because as you can see, the zealots are really slow. So this zealot guy is pretty slow. So I like to you get a pylon up close, you can just make units there. So I've got my Unisab. You can see he stopped making workers at this point, which is weird, because your standard 4-gate, you stop at 22 workers, but whatever. You see there I spotted that he's got a pylon there, he's attacking me. which is again silly. Like he forces me into this aggressive 4-gate. Like he just says, just makes me do it, and then he decides to do it as well. So it's like, you know, forcing a guy to go buy a gun for self-defense, and then after he's bought a gun, you try to break into his house. Kind of silly. He runs out the ramp, but I think I outnumber him at this point. So I start killing his guys. I'm pretty happy at this point. Don't think I put my gas yet, but he's making stalkers, whereas I like to make zealots because I just really like zealots. Zealots do pretty good damage. You can see because he's dead, but if you look at that's a stalker. Stalkers don't do a lot of damage. They do 10. They do 14 versus armored, but zealots aren't armored. Zealots do 8 when they attack twice, so they do 16. So you do 16 damage versus a stalker's 10 versus a zealot. And zealots have a bit more health. So the main thing with stalkers is you want to run away from zealots because they're faster. They can just run, shoot, and not get hit. But he's attacking me, so he has to kind of get into my base. He has to run at me. So zealots are really good on the defensive. So I'm making zealots. Also, they're just cool. They have little arm blades. They're like psychic dudes with psychic swords. By now I've got my second gas up, but with nobody in it, which I fix. He's not broken in yet. I'm still ahead in workers. He stopped making. And then, is this a sentry? No, it's my zealot. One of the units actually I had earlier, this guy is called sentries. They can attack with a little laser, which doesn't do a lot of damage, but they can also make force fields. So this thing sits here for 15 seconds, and you can't walk past it. So his stalkers are stuck in here with my zealots, which is like my favorite place to be. Just killing stalkers with zealots. Once you get 3 sentries, they'll have enough energy that it regenerates fast enough that you can always have a force field. So you can, essentially, if I get 3 sentries, I can just put a wall there forever until he gets something that can walk through it. There's some really big units that can break force fields, or you can just fly over, or try to run in there while I'm not paying attention. Which isn't going to happen at this point, so at this point he can't attack me anymore. So I start making zealots down here, because I've got I had a lot of money. And I always want to spend it, so I might make zealots. I'm assuming since he kept attacking at this point, even though he's like losing, he sees that I have sentries, and I'm making zealots, so he's realized that I know he's 4-gating, I'm kind of 4-gating too, but I've got what I need to defend, but he's been attacking for a little while since I've done this, so I'm not that worried about him. I feel like he's probably not a very good player. He probably just 4-gates every game, which I did a while ago. I used to do it for a while, but not anymore. So I feel safe. I can just throw away 6 units. So I get about 6 zealots out here. I find his base. Make it a pylon because he needs a pylon, but not gonna happen. Kill that, and then I start killing his workers, which is just kind of, I didn't even need to, I think, at this point, since he was already kind of behind in workers. And then I also see that all his things are powered by 2 pylons, so I just feel like I'll kill those, because if I kill these, he can't, you know, make units. So I feel like it's probably in my best interest to kill those pylons, so I do. Then he pulls his stalkers back, and he's only got like 6 stalkers, so I think I didn't really pay attention at this point. I can't remember if I was watching this. No, I'm not. And so I'm not sure if he's got all his guys back there or he's got a bunch of them, so I think I remember counting them and not being afraid. Like this can kill 6 stalkers right here. Like 4 sentries, yeah, and 2 zealots easily makes up for the fact that I've only got 5 stalkers here. So I move down. I've lost a bunch of guys, but he's 12 workers behind. He's got 5 stalkers against my 8. I'm feeling pretty happy. We can actually speed this up a bit because build a pylon there to warp in guys up there when I get up there, but he sees it, kills it like a inconsiderate person. Get my zealots out, he shoots some bit, but not gonna help. Run up the ramp, he force fields, just like I would, but he's only got 1 sentry, so he actually has 1 force field. So I wait a bit. I think I make more units, get my probe because he wants to come and fight. I start killing his stalkers, and he force fields again, but at this point he's dead, so I'm actually not that worried about it. And then I run up, I build a pylon, and he says, "Good game," which means he surrenders, and then he leaves. So I won.